next full moon will illuminate the present, but it also does so much more. It is offering a glimpse of what is coming next. What is revealed now is not only about recognition or visibility, but could also be about the larger story that you're being prepared to step into, especially for the fixed signs, Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius. This is a foreshadowing of major endings and beginnings that will shake up the slower moving parts of your life. Full moon brings a burning question. What role are you being asked to stand in now, knowing that the stage itself is all about to change? This is Celestial Astrology, and I'm your host, Sonia. Thank you for joining me. And if you enjoy this, please do remember to like, subscribe, and comment. I know you've heard it all before, but it really does make a big difference to a small channel, and I'd be so grateful. This is a threshold lunation. You may be already sensing that your visibility, leadership, or sense of purpose is entering a longer chapter. And did you know that astrology and celestial astrology can help you understand how this full moon foreshadows the eclipse cycle ahead and how it is beginning to work through your chart? So in this episode, let's have a look at journal prompts and ritual to navigate through this time, what a full moon reveals and prepares, the nature of Leo and fixed fire, solar figures. Why does this lunation carry a foreshadowing quality? The Leo moon family, and who does it most affect? Let's look at Leo 2 symbolism through Decan, tarot, and oracle cards, and also look at the astrology of this lunation, the key aspects and the longer-term transits. And then finally look at how to integrate what is emerging now. So if you like to journal, here are some prompts that you might like to consider. Where are you being called into greater visibility, even if it currently feels uncomfortable? What aspect of your identity feels ready to be tested or reshaped? What are you proud of, regardless of the external recognition? What does leadership mean to you as you move into the next few years? What are you already beginning to sense about the chapter ahead? Where do you seek external recognition? Could you still be happy without it? And here are some ritual ideas if you'd like to take action. You might like to light a candle and settle into watching the flame. Concentrate on your breathing. And as you do, reflect on one role that you currently occupy. Ask yourself whether it feels like preparation for something bigger or completion of an old story. Write a short intention about how you wish to be seen over the next 2 years, and then set it aside rather than acting on it immediately. Place a hand on your heart and take slow breaths, anchoring courage in the body. Full moons bring our earthly concerns to a form of culmination or visibility. They reveal what has been growing since the new moon and ask for recognition, response, or release. This is a peak in the lunation cycle where awareness ripens and something reaches a state of completion or clarity. In our lived experience, full moons may often feel emotionally heightened. They illuminate dynamics that we can no longer ignore or postpone. In Leo, that illumination shines in the realm of visibility, authenticity, self-expression, and appreciation. We see the moon shining brightly in the sky from our perspective on Earth, as it is opposite the sun and is able to fully reflect the sun's light. Nothing is hidden or in shadow, and this symbolizes the illumination of our earthly concerns. This particular full moon also acts as a beacon or a signal flare. For some, it foreshadows themes that may become far more pronounced in the months and years ahead. Leo is a fixed fire sign with a masculine quality, but what does that tell us? Leo is ruled by the sun and brings warmth with loyalty, continuity, and the sustained expression of creative life force. It rules the heart, courage, and the willingness to lead or take up space with integrity. The fire element brings vitality, creativity, and meaning. In Leo, fire burns bright with courage, generosity, loyalty, pride, and a need to live authentically. Emotions under a Leo moon want to be felt and expressed. Masculine or yang signs are outward moving and expressed externally through actions out in the world. Leo seeks response and engagement with others. Feelings can tend to externalize, seeking reflection and feedback through relationships, audiences, or community, whether positive or negative. Recognition offers feedback, showing where the Leo person's authenticity and identity is affirmed or challenged. Fixed signs sustain what already exists, rather than initiate events or actions. Leo brings continuity, holding steady to what it loves and values. This gives loyalty and endurance, but can also create resistance to change. At a full moon, commitments and identities may feel entrenched and tested, especially if they are ready to evolve. Together, fixed masculine fire is asking for wholehearted honesty, where devotion remains true, The fire burns strong and is strengthened. Where it no longer fits, it begins to burn uncomfortably, maybe sparking and singeing, highlighting the need for recalibration. With the moon in Leo, our emotions are focused around the themes of pride, confidence, and the need to feel recognized, whether for good or ill. The moon's ruler, the sun, is in Aquarius, his place of detriment. The way that personal identity has engaged with collective systems, ideals, and futures is illuminated. We may have to find workarounds or manage in an unfamiliar way. Think about why and for whom you are seen, who is appreciating what you are doing, and what that visibility and success mean to you. Ruled by the sun, Leo embodies qualities of leadership, authenticity, and heart-centered self-expression. It is also the place of Saturn's exile, indicating a challenging yet potentially rewarding environment for disciplined effort and perseverance. We often see the solar figures, such as kings or leaders in society, represented by Leo, as the central focus responsible for maintaining the metaphorical light of summer. Even as we know it is fading, and must transform into something different as the seasons change and the summer loses its light. We may see changes in the prominent solar figures in society around this time. Consider what values they represent. Are they future-focused and considering the needs of the collective, meeting the Aquarian ideal, and balancing the Leo-Aquarius axis well? The most familiar lunar cycle spans approximately 28 days, moving through various identifiable phases from the new moon, waxing brighter as it grows to full moon, and then waning back in visibility. There is a 6-month cycle between a new moon and the corresponding full moon in the same sign. For this full moon, the Leo new moon was in the first decan on the 24th of July, 2025. The full moon marks the peak of the arc of growth and culmination. Astrologer Dietrich Pessin's concept of the moon family in Lunar Shadows 3 illustrates an even longer, approximately 27-month cycle. This full moon belongs to the Leo moon family, a longer developmental arc around visibility, leadership, and creative flourishing. The dates are the new moon, that was on the 4th of August 2024 at 12 degrees of Leo, bringing a quiet desire to be seen for who you truly are. The first quarter moon on the 4th of May 2025 at 14 degrees of Leo brought friction around confidence, effort, and self-belief. We're now in the full moon at the 1st of February 2026 at 13 degrees of Leo, bringing consequences and relational feedback. And finally, there'll be a last quarter moon on the 1st of November 2026 at 9 degrees of Leo, where you'll be asked to edit this role, releasing any approval seeking. This moon family is especially relevant if you have planets or angles between roughly 9 to 17 degrees of Leo, Aquarius, Taurus, or Scorpio, or if you've been stepping into more visible roles since mid-2024. The fire signs, that's Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, may also feel this, as well as those whose chart ruler, Lord of the Year, or solar return ruler is the Sun. An astrologer or astro coach can help you to identify if this applies to you. You can book a reading with me at celestialastrology.com and note it on the intake form that you want to explore your moon families, or join Celestia Circle on Substack by upgrading your membership to paid. We meet every month to explore the moon families of that month in your charts. You will have support and guidance. So this new moon generally will be particularly impactful for those with strong placements in the fixed signs, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius, and Taurus. Individuals with prominent placements in these signs, such as a sun, moon, or ascendant, may experience significant new beginnings or opportunities for growth. Additionally, those with strong angular suns, that's their natal sun in the 1st, 4th, 7th, or 10th houses, may also feel the influence of this new moon. This is a general example, as each chart is unique, and you would need to consult an astrologer for an individual interpretation. I am happy to answer general questions in the comments or in a personal astrology reading. The new moon in Leo falls within the 2nd decan, or 10-degree segment of the sign, which is ruled by Jupiter in both the Chaldean and Trappist methods. Whenever there is a double rulership, there is a concentration of the planetary focus. So the benefic energy of Jupiter is very significant here, bringing themes of honour, recognition, and the visible rewards of effort. This decan is referred to as the crown of laurel by astrologer Austin Coppock, evoking the image of a victor being publicly crowned. This is not the battle itself, but the moment after, when the success is acknowledged and celebrated. Austin Coppock notes that this decan can bring elevation, fame, and good fortune, but also makes one highly visible. What is raised can be praised, but it can also bring scrutiny. The crown is light at first, but then can become heavy with expectation. Kira Ryberg emphasizes visibility as the core theme. Leo 2 is where identity is no longer private. Your actions carry a symbolic weight, and others respond to the role that you appear to embody. This can feel affirming, but it also reduces freedom. Leo 2 is the crest of the wheel, where effort meets reward, and identity is illuminated in the public eye. Recognition and success are possible, but they are accompanied by the weight of being seen. This decan asks for dignity, restraint, and inner authority. Take care that recognition does not eclipse authenticity. Jupiter expands its influence here, making outcomes bigger and more consequential. Leo 2 asks, why are you being crowned? And whether you are prepared for what naturally follows. What happens when all that applause falls silent? The Wild Way Oracle deck titles this decan Victory. The keywords are fame and glory, good fortune, and powerful luck. We are given the image of the lynx on a rock with a frame of trees, wearing a crown of laurels. The Wild Way Leo 2 lynx story tells us that the lynx has made it to the top. The crowd is cheering. Revel in success. Take time to celebrate your achievements and enjoy the applause. Taking care not to become boastful or too proud ensures your victory will continue to uplift those around you. The applause eventually dies down. The wheel of fortune turns, and enjoy your moment. Victory in this decan is earned, not assumed. It is a moment to pause and acknowledge effort without becoming defined by it. The Wild Way reminds us that success is meaningful when it aligns with inner truth. It will also move on as the wheel turns yet again. In the tarot, the second decan of Leo corresponds to the Six of Wands, also known as the Lord of Victory. This card shows a figure mounted on a richly decorated white horse. The figure wears a crown of laurels and carries a wand that is also decorated with a laurel wreath. The crowd raise their wands in acknowledgement. The card depicts triumph, public recognition, and success after struggle. This full moon can also potentially herald a time of achievement, good fortune, and a peak on the wheel of fortune. The Six of Wands marks a moment when effort is noticed, yet it also asks what sustains confidence once the cheering fades. Under this full moon, notice whether success feels steady or precarious. In Dreaming the Decans, T. Susan Chang writes about Leo 2. The heart of strength is victory. What was, what is, and what shall be, the crowning object of my quest, to ride the wheel to its crest. Let the wheel of fortune spin. At its zenith I shall win, fortune's favourite. Call me bold, spinning legends into gold. These lines remind us that victory is part of a turning wheel. What rises now prepares the way for what comes next. The Leo moon opposes a strong Aquarian stellium of the Sun, Pluto, Mars, Venus, and Mercury. Personal identity and emotion are placed opposite collective forces and future-oriented ideals. You may feel both seen and challenged at the same time. Mercury in Aquarius is beginning to emerge from combustion, bringing insight back, though clarity is still settling, and it's hard to reach until Mercury is visible in the sky. Conversations and decisions can now have longer-term implications, even if they feel tentative. The moon squares Uranus in Taurus by whole sign and is applying by degree, meaning they are engaged in a tense conversation that could be asking for some action to be taken. Disruptions or insights around values, money, security, or the body may push you to redefine what stability and success mean. This lunation also carries foreshadowing. The next new moon in Aquarius will be a solar eclipse, and from August 2026, the lunar nodes begin to move from the Pisces-Virgo axis into Aquarius-Leo. This initiates a multi-year eclipse story focused on identity, leadership, community, and belonging, running through to 2028. This is also the first lunation since Neptune entered Pisces and began engaging Pluto by sextile. A new collective narrative is forming around courage, vision, and spiritual motivation that reaches into the deepest recesses and shadows of our collective ideals and fears. This full moon forms a whole sign trine to Neptune, with an opposition to Pluto, asking how you find the balance to allow your personal light to participate in that emerging story without being consumed by it. What is illuminated at this full moon offers an early glimpse or foreshadowing of the themes that will be activated more dramatically as eclipses begin to fall across Leo and Aquarius. It might be wise to pay attention to what is revealed now. What to do with this full moon? You might want to treat external recognition as information, whether positive, negative, or neutral. It doesn't define you. Notice which roles feel like preparation for a larger chapter in you. Strengthen your inner authority before outer demands increase. Begin loosening identities that cannot evolve with you. This is a full moon of preparation as much as it is a culmination. And finally, if this Leo full moon or the emerging Leo Aquarius axis is activating your chart, you may be standing at the beginning of a significant multi-year shift. Look at the area of your life that the whole sign Leo occupies in your own chart, as well as the house that the sun occupies for you. This full moon invites us to celebrate our achievements, connect with our heart's desires, pursue our passions, and enjoy our time in the spotlight with confidence. If you would like support understanding how this longer story is unfolding for you through a reading, ongoing moon family work in the Celestia Circle, or deeper coaching, I'd be glad to help you work with what is coming mindfully and consciously. Travel well, friends.